She cut pretty deep with, talking about his business, you know what I mean?
Man, hey,
And
hey,
calling him depressed. Like I sat here and dealt with your depressed ass.
man, and she said, because he said, yeah, your little producer nigga, he ain't doing that. She said, well, what about Woot Woot? I ain't got no Woot Woots. What I'm saying is they was attacking each other's soul. That's deep love. It's like you saying I want to hurt you so bad right now because I'm fucked up over you.
As a creative, bro, those kind of things hurt the most. If somebody talk about what you
Yes.
got going on, like just imagine, you break it up with somebody who does like, what's up with y'all little podcast? Y'all still got this little me? y'all ain't monetized
Yeah.
yet?
So okay, so it's so it's just funny because her saying that was the equivalent. Bitch, we got shirts coming out right now. Don't ever.
We got 300 subscribers almost. It's like, nigga, y'all still doing that little podcast or whatever? Just like,
but it's like there's no other way. There's no other way she could have hurt him to equal him calling her a hoe, other than to attack him on that level.
You are now tuned into Black on Black Prime.
Disclaimer: no matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you, and we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off. Hello, we back with another women bashing episode of Insecure.
Black on Black Prime, sponsored by Black Planet.
We back. Shout out to the one comment we got on Spotify. We didn't know that we could get comments on Spotify, but we got one.
Mm-hmm. You remember
we just didn't that feature always been there. We just never knew it worked.
Right. I never know you could comment on stuff on Spotify, but it must be a podcast situation because it's like I ain't never commented on no music before, or I never seen no comments on music either.
Right. It's like why would they do that though? But it's like so now Spotify for podcasters, they do automatic, so it's automatically they'll post like, what you think of this episode? And we got a response from Sonia Dawson. Sonia, by the way, Brian would like to catch that fade if you are available in the LA tri-state area.
I don't hit women. I don't talk to. I don't know no dangers coming from this side of mine. But I was butthurt.
Oh, he was hurt, Sonia. He was hurt.
I was butthurt. Oh, not because of you, Sonia, only because everybody's on Lamar. Everybody like, oh, Lamar. Lamar. I was with what Lamar said. I was just what? Everybody gotta be on Lamar's side. It's because he light skinned. That's what it is.
I'm not even light skinned, I'm orange. If you look at me right now,
I'm dealing with this all my life.
I'm orange. I'm right in. If you look at my skin tone right now, I'm right in between. I'm not light or dark. I'm like there.
Yeah, all right.
I'm orange, man. But she said she was talking about the first season, our first season review of Insecure. She said, I got nervous when the conversation turned to what women want from men, but Lamar's thoughts were a breath of fresh air. Men and women can suffer from caveman logic. It's time to endorse. It's time to stop endorsing it. No, she was just talking about, because the conversation got real when we talked about Brian saying all women wanted a man that's going to provide.
Mm-hmm.
And I my opinion was different.
Yeah, and I think I touched on it as well. That's why I be low key mad, because I be feeling like, man, they listen to the whole episode, because like I be trying not to speak in absolutes, like everybody, you know what I mean? Because it's like, hey, it's a group of women that feel the way that, hey, I want somebody to provide. There's a big group, and then there's other women that probably, they think different, and then there's a group of people that be just like, I want to change back and forth. I want some of this, some of that.
I just think it's because you do be saying that you like I don't mean to speak in absolutes, but when you first say it, it is an absolute, and then you be like oh no, I didn't mean. I'm not saying everybody.
Yeah,
but when you first,
but
I know. But I'm saying I know how you talk, so I know when you say that you don't literally mean everybody. You just be like I guarantee all women. It's like when you say that I know you be like he don't mean all women. He's just talking in theory.
Right. Yeah,
basically. But you stop playing with these women, though. They
and it's
have a whole Brian ain't shit club.
and it's all about experiences, right? Like I'm not going off of like what I heard, what I think, or what I assume. I'm going off of what I've literally experienced, like from the people that I know, and I'm just like, that's all I got. You know what I mean? As far as
right.
Yeah, that's just hey, I've known women that want this thing. And you know, I mean, you get a couple scattered in there that say they want, you know, but man, what? I got so many examples that I'm not going to say on the podcast, but
it seems like that's what I was saying.
It seems like
I've had examples of both, of literally both, of both mind states, and it's not just. I always say it's not just women who think like that. That's literally the logic of a pimp. That's literally the logic of a pimp. Ho, go get the money and bring it to me.
Yeah, no, I get
that's the logic of a pimp.
No, I definitely get it.
But anyway, season two, Lawrence is full of shit.
Is he?
He starts off full of shit, and I hate to say it, but he does.
So starting off in the season, so Lawrence left, and Issa was solo pretty much. Like she was trying to, like she still wanted Lawrence back low key in the beginning. You could tell.
Ain't nothing low key about it.
She wanted him to come, you know, pick up his stuff or whatever, just whatever she could do to see him. That's what she wanted. And Lawrence was just on another. I mean, when you say Lawrence wasn't shit, I know what you mean, because it's like he wasn't shit to that girl that he left Issa for.
That's what I mean. I'm not talking about him dealing with Issa. I'm talking about he's full of shit. When it came to playing with that girl's heart.
Yeah, because I thought she was cool as hell. I'm not gonna say that what he did was right, because it wasn't. But I mean, he was in this like. She was almost like a rebound.
No, not almost. But even in that, so what's messed up, and I know from experience, it's messed up to do relationship things with a woman you don't want to be in a relationship with. No, so he in his mind, he like, I don't know why she tripping. All I do is we come over here, we have sex, we kick it, and then I leave. We're not together. This is his logic. In her mind, he's coming over here because he's now my dude. You're taking the position of being my dude. You spending the whole weekend over here. Of course, you didn't move in, but you here every weekend. Yeah. She's so comfortable. She's at the point where you know how women dress when they ain't trying to be cute no more. She's doing that now. She got on the time to go to bed stuff. It's like she's at a level of comfort. We in the bed watching TV, talking about series we're gonna watch. It's like we're basically together, but you keep trying to remind me we ain't. But you're doing the relationship stuff.
Yeah, if you binge watching shows with somebody, you know that's a wrap. As soon as your weekends become like all about that person, because that's, you know, time is everything, right? So it's like we all work during the week, and it's like, you know, when I dated. If my weekend went to you, we were serious. You know what I mean? Like I can see it. It's like I'll take you out on a Friday night. That's one thing. I don't see you Saturday and Sunday, then you're probably nobody. But if we plan the weekend together and I'm over your house and I'm kicking it,
it's even deeper than that, because it wasn't even planned no more. It's like this is routine now. Now it's like when I come Friday, you know I ain't leaving till Sunday. This is routine now. It ain't even like you said. It's one thing when we're at a position where I'm planning every weekend with you, but now it's just like even when we ain't doing nothing, I'm here until Sunday when I leave.
Yeah, he was taking up her time making it seem like it was serious. I feel like, and me being in those shoes at one point, like I would have said it constantly, like, yo, we're not together. And I wouldn't have made it feel like we was together either, though. But I would have been like, yo, we're not together. Like, this is just what I'm doing. Like, you let the person know kind of up front, like, yo, I'm just getting out of a relationship. And I think she knew about it, about the Issa situation.
Yeah, but even in that's why I say it's full of shit because I've been that dude before. It's like the constant reminder. I told you all the time. I say it up front what it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you say it up front, but you also make it clear because you don't, people get comfortable. It's just like, okay, like he said that don't mean he, like, let me stop. That's another absolute. You don't have me cutting off myself. Some women think that they can change who a man is. You know what I mean? It's just
most
like, okay,
definitely.
Yeah, he's a fuck nigga or whatever, but I look better than the person he was with, blah, 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 blah. I can change who he is.
Mm-hmm. Most
like,
definitely.
Yeah. So like, nah, like I have to tell you this up front and I have to keep on reminding you just so you know that this is where I'm at. I'm not in here for a relationship. I don't want a relationship, even though I'm kicking it with you, but this is just what it is. And I think what he did, even though like, yeah, he probably shouldn't have went that far, but at the same time, it's like he did keep it honest with her when he did some fuck shit. It's not like he didn't drag her along. He was just like, okay, I slept with my ex.
Nah, so, but he didn't tell her that up front. What I'm saying is, yeah, he's saying that, but his actions are saying different in that situation. Normally, when a woman changes your mind, you're not giving her any actions to show her that. It'll be like, I'm coming over here Friday night, we do what we do, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're calling me, blowing me up. I'm like, hey, that's not what I want. That's different. But if I'm laying in the bed with you, we watching Family Feud, and I keep looking at you like, nah, I don't want to be, nah, we ain't together like that. We just kicking it. But I'm here every weekend. It's like how, and this is me speaking from hindsight, because I was in that position where I felt like me saying it was enough, but your actions have to match what you're saying.
Yeah, man.
Because I've been in a situation where it's like, a woman, it's a lot of situations women think they can change their mind. That's the situations I've had. Mm-hmm. But it's like it's dangerous ground if your action ain't matching your words, because you're setting it up in her mind for something different. It's like you're kind of proving her point of I can change your mind. If you keep doing the relationship shit, but saying I don't want to be in a relationship, you're doing the things though. She ain't going to kick it with no other dudes because she knows you coming over. Because this is us now. It's when it becomes us. I always say that when it becomes us, it becomes us. But you can't be doing the us shit and being like, but nah, I really don't want to be with you though. I'm telling you right now, I'm going through some things. Like, why are you here? Nigga, like, stop wasting my time then.
Yeah, I guess I understand. I understand where you're coming from, right? But I also look at it in a way to where it's like, once I said it the first time, I feel like I let you know. You know what I mean? This is what I'm here for. No matter what I do afterwards, I told you up front what it was. And if you if you see that I'm over here too much, or we binge watching TV shows, I did tell you that I'm not looking for nothing right now.
Yeah, and that's why I said so when I say Lawrence is on bullshit, he doesn't know he's on bullshit. He literally does not know what I'm doing is in his mind. It's like, I've already told you. Just like I told you I had a girlfriend in the past, I'm telling you right now, we're not together, but I'm still dealing with that. I'm coming over here. In his mind, it's like I'm kicking it with my partner that I'm fucking too. Right. In his mind, that's what he's thinking. So in his mind, there's nothing wrong with that. But from her angle, it's like, I'm kicking it with this dude and we're building something.
Yeah.
This is why she like, oh, come to my family reunion. It's like all the signs he's ignoring because he's just like, oh, this is my partner. Yeah, I go to your family reunion, but you're coming with me. You know what I
mean? Yeah. Lauren,
you know what I'm saying?
He did not say that this wasn't what it was. So it's like when we're speaking, we're like, yeah, that's what he should have done. He should have said, hey, this is what it is. But I'm not sure he said that.
No, he said he said it in there. But I feel like he said it in a moment. This is before the whole family thing. He said it in a moment where it's like we're doing relationship shit. And then that's why she flashed on him. That's why she flashed on him when he left the family reunion.
That
and
was
she called
wild.
him.
That was wild. That was a little bit different because he's like, it's one thing to treat your, okay, we're not together, right? Because that's cool. I feel like he's able to do that because he told her what it was, right? It's just like, all right, like, you know, we can hang out, do all of this. But the fact that you came to the family reunion and then dipped, you wasn't treating me like just some girl we're just dating and not serious. You treated me like a smut, low key. You know what I mean? It's just like it's a difference. You know what I mean? It's just like you can still respect me and we can be, you know, hey, we're not together, so I'm not gonna go to your family reunion. Or we're not together, so I'm not gonna, you know, come to your house this weekend. Or I can tell you when I'm coming. It's like, you know, you're not putting me in those shackles. But if you're already here, you know what I mean? You've embarrassed me in front of people. And you treat me like I'm some kind of like little chick on like some trash chick, low key. You know what I mean? I feel like that was fucked up.
Right. So that's what I've said. It's all in hindsight. In his mind, he did nothing wrong. In his mind, he's been honest. In his mind, I never told you I wanted to be with you. And in his mind, he's honest about everything, but his actions ain't matching that.
Right. She said it. She was like, you a fuck nigga that think he a good nigga.
Yeah. Literally. That's the literal definition of what he was doing in that moment.
Yeah, that was, he shouldn't have took it that far to where it's like you left somewhere to go. You know what I mean? Like you already here. My family had met you. Everybody, you know what I mean? Nigga told you to get the cooler and you went, you know what I mean? like get the cooler, nigga. That was a messed up situation. I think he wasn't there yet in his mind because he thought that he could do whatever he wanted to do. It's like, and that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool.
No.
I'm not gonna try to defend that part. You know, I get we're not together, but don't embarrass somebody or don't treat somebody don't treat nobody lower. You know what I mean?
You can't stomp me into the dirt. You know what I mean? Don't keep stomping me down. Yeah,
no, I agree with that.
And then also his reveal to her that he had sex with Issa. That was real relationship like. If you don't, it's like, why do you care? Why do you care enough to be nervous to tell her that? You get what I'm saying? Like, why does it matter if y'all ain't together? Why you so shook up on letting her know that? The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, it was definitely sitting on his helmet. That's why I feel like he didn't really tell her, bro. Like we're talking about it like he did, but I feel like he didn't say, I don't want nothing serious.
So maybe, okay, so I'm not going to say I remember everything, but maybe he told his partner. Because I know his partner was talking about it like, oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah. You go to our house for the weekend, you come back.
He probably was maybe like, we just kicking it. We just kicking it a lot.
Okay, that's what it was. So I don't think he told her.
Yeah, he never told her. So she thinking that this might be my dude, or you know what I mean? Because even though she was smart enough to know, just like, you know, I knew what this was. She said that. She was like, I knew what this was, but you know what I mean? Like you didn't have to do it like that, you know? So that, I think that's where the miscommunication, you know what I mean?
The false hope.
Yeah. It's like you put it out there like we was going to be together and then you did this. So that's why
you're doing everything like we are building something, but in your mind, we ain't.
Right. That's why he was nervous. He was just like, man, I know I ain't really told this girl how I'm really feeling. And I just went to sleep with my ex. And now I'm over here chilling with eating corn chips. And watching,
in a real, it with my, okay, so like I said, with that, okay, so maybe it's not even, I don't relate to this nigga then, because I've always been honest. I don't want you to, let's move on.
Who really wants to string somebody along, right? So I get what you're saying. Like he's definitely was wrong in this situation with that girl. I think her name was Tasha.
Right. But where he wasn't wrong and where I wasn't wrong, and we talked about this a long time ago. If there was a situation where I was cheated on and would I ever let it go? And I said no, because that nigga gotta die. He later sees Issa with this nigga in pictures because she still got feelings for this nigga. And this is why I say, if my wife ever cheated, I could not, if this nigga's still on earth, we could not be back together. Because them feelings didn't go nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, she was definitely still into Daniel or whatever. I feel like this season was more like she was accepting the fact that her and Lawrence weren't together anymore, and that she had to jump into this new phase of her life, which is the whole phase. She didn't have she didn't have a chance early on in life like most people do, because she was in a relationship. So now she was, not only with Daniel. She was saying that she pretty much had like Daniel on the side. Like she would almost hit up Daniel, when nobody else was available. You know what I mean? Like she had met a couple of other dudes like online, and she had met the nigga at her apartment complex, and she was just out here smutting along. You know what I
mean? For literally no reason. It was force hoeing. It wasn't even no hoeing just to be hoeing.
I'll never get that. I'll never understand a woman that's hurt by a nigga, so she self-sabotaged by going to. If you out there to just fuck for fun, cool. Because that's what you want to do. But if you out there just feeling like you got to do that to make yourself feel better, you ain't gonna feel better in there.
That's if you know. So maybe she didn't know what else to do. So maybe she didn't know. Like maybe if I go out there, because I see Molly do it, maybe if I'm a hoe for a little while, my feelings won't be as messed up as they are. But that don't work. I mean, we know that.
Yeah,
but her in that moment, she'd know that.
Yeah, that's not something that I feel like any woman should do just because you're mad, or just because you feel like, you quote unquote getting back at this nigga by doing that, by hurting yourself. When I ain't say hurting yourself, by having sex with a bunch of niggas, because these other niggas, they don't give a fuck. Like you just the add-on.
They don't, and he don't if he moved on.
Right. Like it's like you do whatever you want to do. We ain't together no more. If anything, you making it harder to come back to you if you out here in the streets. You know what I mean? It's like every time I see you got another nigga, like, I'm gonna assume you fucking him.
You having sex with dude in the complex, boy.
Yeah, she was rolling the dice, boy. She had met there's like a random white dude that was like looked like he wouldn't even be on the show.
Yeah,
he was hella out of place.
But the one man that she cheated, the one cookie that crumbled was the nigga she still got feelings for, and therefore, in my mind, there would be no rekindling of anything, because it was like those feelings that nigga gotta die. When she saw him, it was like the emotions came rushing back just by seeing him.
Right
at the club, it was like you already locked back in just that fast. Even so, it's like even if she got back with Lawrence, if you forgave her and all of that, you went to that club. If you saw him, what was going to be the reaction?
Yeah, I know LA is small, but it ain't that small, man. Like the way they made it seem, like she kept seeing bro everywhere, not only at the club,
right?
But she saw him at the after hour spot.
That nigga was everywhere. That nigga was at Denny's.
I was like, damn, like really? Like you gonna keep on seeing this nigga? So it made it clear that I was just like, okay, she gonna be messing with this dude. But in her mind, she had a hotation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That ain't motherfucking spider on my microphone.
Oh wow. This nigga out here at the Haunted Mansion.
Nigga tried to get me.
It ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? Being out there in the street like that is not for everybody. That's something that is, most people do it out of hurt and just like, whatever their reason may be or whatever. I don't think people go into that situation feeling like I'm gonna feel better by doing this.
Yeah. You know what the funny thing about her whole phase was? The awkward moment she had with what's his name when he was about to have sex with her.
Which one?
Who was it? It was a famous nigga too. He was only on there for that scene.
Oh, what was the nigga name? I forgot.
I can't think of it. So you know how they always say like
she had sex with women. She had sex with a few people and like really quick. It was like
with him, he was like, nah. Remember he was about to, but she was just being awkward as hell.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the white. It was the white. First of all, it was the white person that was just like, nah, like I want to get to know you, and she was just like, okay, like you got to bounce. You know what I mean?
No, okay. So it was a dude. It was like a Tinder app, and she was like, are you down?
Oh yeah. He met her at this club. Like so, he had tapped her. He was just like, this Issa. It was like.
No, not that dude. That shit was funny though.
He like usually wear your hair
like you
that?
always look like that.
He was like, let me holler at you. I'll be right back. That was cold.
Now it was a dude. She sent the message and she went to his house, and they was on the couch, and then she just started being awkward as shit. He's like trying to take her clothes off, and she was.
Wasn't that the neighbor?
Huh?
Wasn't that the neighbor?
No. The neighbor was a young dude.
Mm-hmm.
The neighbor was awkward too. So that wasn't it. It was
talking about Trig, the dude from Shy. The dude from the Shy.
Yeah.
The dude that played Johnny Gill.
Yeah, because you know how women comedians used to joke. They used to say, "Oh, the niggas almost get the draws," and then they say something and just ruin it.
Yeah,
women can ruin it too.
Absolutely. Because
like women. As a man in the bedroom, we like confident women. There's nothing more attractive than a woman that knows she's sexy. Mm-hmm. Don't do no awkward, giggly shit. We ain't in here laughing. Take your goddamn clothes off. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing funny in this moment.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear shit.
Laughing is a rap. Like giggling and shit like that. I would feel like, oh, like, you, how old are you? You all right? Like, only person is like, at this point in my life, okay, like me and the wife or whatever, we'll like laugh at certain shit probably at the wrong moments. You know what I mean? But like when I'm trying to get to know you, and you want
I'm talking about
you want some goofy shit.
Hey,
you're awkward. Like nah, don't. She was just like, oh my god, it's just your hands, your fingers are doing something. I'm like, you want something to drink?
Nah, you want to put your shit on, get on. Like you playing?
Yeah, nah,
you playing. So women, for the women comedians out there, like to make that joke, and as soon as we get the jaws off, they say something stupid. You motherfuckers say stupid shit too.
Absolutely.
We put our draws back on and go watch and go play 2K.
Hey, get your shit together, man. You're like, what would I do? Don't turn a woman down with sex, boy. I swear to God, you turn a woman down with sex, it's just like the end of the world.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Like, what you mean you don't want to do nothing? I don't feel like I'm good.
I don't care. If you're on my nerves, if I'm irritated, leave me. Don't touch me.
You ain't got no deodorant.
Go to bed.
You ain't got no deodorant on. I gotta go. No, but yeah, you could tell just that this phase it literally wasn't for her. You know what I mean? She tried it just to, kind of get over Lawrence. You could tell. And when she finally thought she had somebody, you know what I mean? Like the guy that she was gonna rebound with, the nigga nutted in her face, bro. Like, pow.
I can't speak for women. I can't speak for women, but I feel like they put a lot of emphasis on that being so disrespectful.
No, it wasn't disrespectful. She overreacted like crazy. Like, what do you expect? But he was just like, you was the one sucking dick. Like that was my response.
I didn't ask for none of that. Where was I supposed to put it? You holding it. I'm supposed to aim.
Like, first of all, keep your mouth on it. That's one thing. Like, let's not pass that up. Like, why did you move anyway? What's going on? You have to finish what you started. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna pull out and shoot on nobody's face if they don't ask for that. No. I feel like he didn't do that. I feel like she moved when he said he was about to go.
That nigga said keep your mouth on it, first of all.
Am I lying? Beasley, am I lying? Man, like, come on.
You are kind of childish if I'm there, you take it out. That's childish.
That's childish. And I tell you, he told her, yo, I'm about to. And she was just like, whoop, and it shot at her. Like, he didn't aim at her. It happened. What you want me to say?
You did this. You started this.
I'm saying, not to be vulgar, but if we having sex and you getting wet and you squirt on me, right? How am I supposed to get mad at you?
Nah.
Like, damn, you disrespectful bitch, man. I would never do nothing like that. I mean, I'd be like, baby, don't worry about it. It's okay.
We're gonna clean it up. It's all right. That's happened before.
I got a wash machine.
Ain't nobody worried about that. Yeah. So don't give me that same energy.
Yeah.
You're holding it.
and that's what I said. It's not for everybody, right? Like, so she didn't know what it was in her whole face. Hey, sometimes shit like that probably gonna happen to you. So if like you're not for it, then probably don't need to be in that lifestyle like that. And I think she realized that very soon after that happened.
Yeah.
And
she's not the type of woman to do that. She's not so there are women that can do that. She's not that type of woman. Like and then the one dude she finally did that, the teenage, I don't call him, I don't know if he's a teenager, but the young dude from downstairs, it was like, even in that, she didn't know what to do after. It was like she damn near caught feelings for him.
Yeah, because she going over his house without calling. You know, she gonna just knock on the door because we neighbors. He has somebody else in there. It was just like, I think the lesson in that is just to know when you in your whole phase, you don't control nothing. You know what I mean? It's just like you could be the hoe, but don't think you got hoes because you're that person's hoe. So that person,
if you're in the hoe phase, hoes don't have feelings. Like you can't be a hoe with feelings. You gotta when you a hoe. This conversation sounds a little stupid.
Yeah.
When you a hoe, because niggas is hoes too. When you a hoe, you can't put no attachments there. You a hoe full time. This is a whole situation. If you see one of your, I almost said victim. If you see one of your participants out somewhere, they don't owe you a damn thing, and you don't owe them shit. You don't walk up on them when they got a girl. They don't walk up on you. You know what I mean? Like we hoes. She knocked on that door trying to get some. He in there with a girl. Oh, cool. Leave. Don't look with like oh, damn, really? You just gotta, yeah, I was a hoe when I met you.
Hoes got hoes.
You knew that wasn't my damn charger. You was a hoe. You did a whole move to get down here.
Yeah.
You know what you wanted. You got what you wanted. Move your ass on.
Exactly. Like there's no real rules, you know what I mean? And there's no attachments, and that's the key. And it's like, if you're looking for, you can't be looking for your hoe to be there. You know what I mean? That's why people have multiple.
Hey.
I call one and that one's busy, I'll call another one. You know what I mean? Like that's the rule. And, you know, I felt like she thought that she had control over her hoes.
Right. She believed the hype. She thought there was really a strategy to being a hoe. Ain't no strategies. No. It ain't no rules. It ain't no form signed. It ain't no commitments. Hoeing is hoeing. Move on.
It is. The only thing you can do is protect yourself. Keep it pushing.
That's it. Protect yourself. That's it.
Yeah.
Then where else do we go?
Well, we could talk about a quick thing, because nobody really, that's like, I remember last episode he was like, don't nobody care about her, but yeah, Molly is sleeping with her homeboy and he's in a whole open relationship.
Yeah,
that was wild, but you know, she gonna do what she want to do, because she's at this point she's in therapy. She's working on herself because she has these high expectations and what she should have in her life already, and she don't understand why she don't got no men yet. And she keeps on meeting all of these guys, and it just keeps on going wrong because the guys that she's messing with are, you know, you never know who you're dealing with, but at the same time, you could tell, like, if you vetted them a little bit, you know, some of the niggas that she dealt with is just like, come on, like, you knew from jump. She even caught feelings for the dude that was married. Like, come on, he said he was married. So now you're in his rotation, and you can't get mad that he's with his wife. It's just, you talking about
the dude, the what's the name? Drew.
Yeah.
Drew.
Yeah.
Nah, but she knew him before that, and he's a situation of, he's a situation of letting you know in the beginning, so you can't get no attitude. He never gave, you know, he never led you on at all.
Told you from the jump, like, this is what I'm doing, and she decided to jump in that situation because I don't know what her mindset is when it comes to like wanting a good man, right? Because it's like she met two dudes that kind of had it together. She met old Sterling from what was that one show? What's the show? This Is Us. She met she had that boy, like, he was an accomplished guy or whatever, you know what I mean? He had his stuff together, and she met Rail, which he was a lawyer as well.
Nah, he wasn't accomplished in her eyes.
Not enough, I guess.
That's what I mean. So it's like you could tell she was unimpressed by his accomplishments. By what did he say he was?
I think he was like a marketer or something. Like, she didn't even know what his job was. She had said he was something else. She was like, I'm in the stock market.
No, he said what he was. The way he said it, the way she introduced him and gave him another job title was like she's trying to lie about what he is to make herself feel like he's more accomplished than what he is. That's why he looked at her like, the hell, I'm a marketer. I'm a head of marketing.
Yeah, something like that. But I was just
So
like,
it wasn't that she didn't know it. She wants him to be more because she feels like he's not qualified to be at her level when she introduces him.
so Dro was qualified.
No,
Hey, this is my married man.
no. What I'm just talking about just for dudes, just for dude. I'm saying this is the problem with her. She wants. When I say she wants forever right now, but she also wants to build a nigga. She wants to be able to put this nigga together and be like, this is the man I'm supposed to have. So it's like she's looking for a flaw in the dude and trying to correct it. So dude was everything. They was vibing on different levels, but then when you see Dro, you already got feelings for this nigga from the past. He's more accomplished in your mind than the nigga you with. So you're gonna promote him as if he's on that same level.
Yeah, I think what it drove was a sex thing. I think that she was intrigued by the fact that he was married and he was on her. She's insecure, you know. And so if you get somebody that already got somebody and he wants you now, and she was intrigued by that because she a freak.
I don't think that's what it was.
It's simple, bro. Like she was a freak.
I think
what's Dro got that she can even make anything out of? He's already in a connection. He's already in a situation.
Listen to what I'm saying. I know he's in a situation, so she can't have him, but that doesn't mean she doesn't want him.
That's cool.
No, what I'm saying is the thing with Dro, it wasn't just about sex. They have a whole connection. Like they have a whole. It's like her best friend. It's like her best friend from when they was kids. Now she sees him again, and she's even more attracted. Because now we adults. Now you're accomplished. You have everything I've wanted. Everything I want right now in a man, I have with you, but I can't have you because you're married.
She was second guessing.
But I can have you. But I can have you because y'all got an open relationship.
I don't even feel like she was feeling Dro like that in the beginning. I think Dro, he just laid it on pretty heavy. You know what I mean? Like he was on her, they was dancing or whatever. Because at first she was looking at him like a homie. They were just having a good time.
Because it was her homie.
Yeah, so I mean, I get what you're saying, but I feel like at the same time, Molly is just like she likes that type of excitement that, you know, I'm spontaneous, like we having sex in the bathroom type. Like they don't really mention that, but I feel like that's what it was. Because if you want somebody accomplished, that wasn't the way to go. Or somebody.
Okay, so I'm saying Dro is everything Molly's looking for.
How?
Dro is literally because you okay. So listen to what I'm saying. Let me break it all the way down.
What does Dro do? Like
listen to let me break it all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
From a friendship level connection. They have everything in common, pretty much everything in common.
Two hoes,
yes. They have sex. They love the sex together. She loves everything about this dude. She loves everything about this dude, but the fact that he's married. That's the stop. If he was married and they didn't have the open relationship, she would just be like, I can't touch him. But for the fact that he put it out there like, yes, open, we can do what we want. Now it's like, I can have him too, but you can't have him too. It's always going to eat her up that he's married. But he's everything she wants. He's everything she wants.
What's that everything is what I'm saying. Like, is that just because
friendship, accomplishments, marriage, everything. She's everything. She's everything he wants, but she can't have him because he's already married.
No, I guess we're gonna have to agree to disagree. I just think that it's a very childish way of thinking on her part, and more of like it was more sexual than anything. I don't think that she saw anything in Dro that was going to lead to anything. That's just my opinion. I just think that she saw something that she couldn't have, and like a lot of people, they want what they can't have.
Nah, and I'm only saying that because she could have had him before when they was younger, but she didn't. Like you said, she didn't see him like that. She didn't see him like that growing up, and a lot of women don't. A lot of women don't see the attraction in a dude that the dude sees in her. It's the Steve Urkel situation. When they was growing up, he probably had a thing for her, and she was just like, "Nah, we partners."
Right. I mean, I remember. I think he said that. Like, you know what I mean? Like he probably looked at her as like a crush or something like that. You know what I mean? But
now we grown. Now Now you attracted to me.
And I'm trying to hit that for sure. But no, I understand, but I don't. I don't. Not about what you're saying. I understand clearly what you're saying. I'm talking about the situation and what I saw. in the show, it just appeared totally different to me.
That I saw because she's a hopeless romantic. She's looking. Every situation, it ain't even just with a dude. Every situation, she's looking at the end goal. Every situation, even with career wise, it's like nothing's good enough.
And it really ain't gonna ever be, because I feel like she still doesn't know what she wants, and her talking to her therapist about what she should have is her whole problem. She feels like she should have this by now. She should be married by now. She should this, that, and the other. So when she meets, the candidates that I feel like, are possibly good candidates for, she didn't really feel them like that. Like she wasn't feeling real.
Because it's something, because she's not attracted to real.
Exactly. She wasn't attracted to him. And I felt like he was just a little too like you gotta think about like him being a lawyer. Like he was a cool guy, it seemed like, but he might have not been spontaneous enough. She had to make the first move on him. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. So there's nothing in her life is going to be perfect enough for her. That's just it. That just is what it is. Even what I'm saying with Dro, it's like Dro's everything she wanted. In her mind, Dro's everything she wanted, but he's married.
Mm-hmm.
That's something she can't change. I feel like if the situation was the same and he wasn't married, she would be with him, and then something would go left.
Yeah, but as an adult, you move on. You know what I mean? Because now you're going to be a part of this person's rotation because he's already married. You saw him with his wife. They look good together. Like, yeah, he smashed you in the bathroom, but then he also said, "Wait right here."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like she felt like a smut right afterwards. And
right, and she should. I mean, not that she should. She should know what the situation is. He told her what it was. So it ain't like he played her. It ain't like his wife knows.
It was a constant thing that kept happening because anytime his wife called, he was gone. He ran her a whole bubble bath, and his wife called. He was like, "All right, I'm gonna holler at you." So I get
the gangster the whole time. Like he didn't lie to her one time about it.
The first time, I get it, but 3, 4, 5, I think it's all about the sex, man. She was in it for the sex for sure, and the thrill of having sex with a married man. She was out there. She ain't right in the head.
I don't know.
Agree to disagree. Somebody in the comments will be just like, I think Lamar was right because I was in that same situation. And I just wanted this. Shut up.
Hey, man. Hey, you can't. Hey, what you want me to do? There's people that agree with you. They just don't leave comments.
It ain't on you, bro. I'm just being funny. Same time, I agree with him.
Who else?
So as the season is like rapping, is like she's like Lawrence is dealing with this new woman at his job.
That
partner.
Could you be in that situation?
Dating somebody at the job?
No, don't just stop there.
Where? What else?
Is dating somebody at the job who was having sex with somebody else that still works at the job that you work with.
Yeah. See, I try not to deal with people at work or whatever, but at the same time, I could see I would have never took that situation seriously to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
I would have just been just like, hey, you a person I can go out drinks with. I might be able to smash at the end of the night, and I would have kept it at that. I would have never took her nowhere. She wouldn't have went to no dinner parties with me, nowhere. We would have probably went out for drinks after work, but totally.
Yeah. So for me, it's law not to talk to nobody at your job. That's just law for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's that you playing with hot lava. You ain't playing with fire. But her being still her dismissing. So if I put myself in his shoes and I was to talk to her being so dismissive for the fact that you was having sex with this dude that I still got to work with, that you still got to work with, that I got to see you laughing and joking with, you being so dismissive on that. Like, why am I tripping? What the fuck is wrong with you? What do you mean? Why am I tripping?
Yeah.
Like if that's your situation, then we can't be together while this nigga's still here. Like it just can't. I understand that was before me.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be the reason I can't be with you. And you would have to understand that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because I'm not 100% sure that she laid it on like, hey, I want to be with you, but she pretty much gave Lawrence both sides, right? Like, so Lawrence was with Tasha at first, and Tasha, like, he kind of played Tasha or whatever. So in this case, this girl was in Lawrence's shoes, you know what I mean? Like, she was just dating, even though they was doing the hanging out at each other's house and going out on the weekend. She wasn't like on that type of time, you know what I mean? Like, she was more of the Lawrence in that situation. And Lawrence ended up being a little bit too pushy, you know what I mean? Like, you know, hey, like, who you talking to? Why you doing this? Like, he was getting a little too jealous, and they wasn't together, you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Lawrence turned into Tasha.
Pretty much. And she dipped out on him. She was like, yo, pull a car over. I've been through this already. I'm out. You know what I mean? It changed his whole life up, right? He was like, damn, like, that was quick. So he saw both sides. Like, you know, you don't want to be treated like you the side piece.
Yeah, and it's just funny because I'm just speaking hypothetically, because I could never be in his shoes.
Mm-hmm.
She told him without there even being a situation between them. She was just like, oh yeah. When she first invited him to that party.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, yeah, I had sex with him.
Yeah,
it's like she didn't hide it from you,
right?
So you stupid for stepping in that like new day. Like new you, dismiss him now. He could never be your nigga. He still works here.
Yeah. I think you got to be really careful about what you accept early, you know, when you start talking to somebody, because everything sounds like you could deal with it early on. So it's like if a person tell you something and you just, you know, you hadn't got to that point yet to where you want to let them go or you want to see what it's like, and you end up falling for that same person, and you forget, like, this is who this person is. This is what this person did. And that ain't gonna change. And they were upfront with it, so you can't get mad at them, you know. But now that you call feelings, you got to deal with that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's more so knowing what you want before you go after something. You know what you can deal with and what you can't. You know that already. If I meet a stripper, I can't be like let's be together and then be like, nah, I don't want you to strip no more. Yeah, that don't even make sense. Like this is who she was when you met her. Perfect. In that situation, like I said, I wouldn't the whole work thing. I just don't play with it at all. That's always been my thing, and leave that alone. But if I was in his situation, I would have to accept the fact that this nigga's still here. Like I would have to know. I would be like, there can't be no relation. We could do whatever we do, but I don't have no feelings attached to you after this. I don't want to go on no dates with you. I don't want to kick it with you because I don't want to develop nothing with you because this nigga's still here, and I'm gonna start having feelings towards him, and it's not even his fault.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like he set himself up for that, being stupid.
Yeah, and I think he was like Lawrence in this season. You can tell he still loves Issa, and in his mind, he's just like, man, I have to move on. So he was just doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like he was with Tasha Green. I don't think he was thinking. He had that threesome or whatever, you know what I mean? Like he had that the relationship with a partner, and he just hadn't been thinking the whole season, because I feel like in his mind it's just like, man, like it's almost like it was like he was doing that subconsciously. You know what I mean? It's just like I mean unconsciously, like I'm just out here, you know. I don't really have no feelings for nobody. And then he finally caught the consciousness, right, with a partner when he realized that he felt like he was being played.
Yeah,
he snapped out of it. He was like, whoa, like, you know what I mean? Like, and his homeboys messed it up too. They was just like, yo, you need to check that, because she's still cool with her friend. You need to check it. So
you know what's funny? When that nigga was in the car and she was laughing at the text, that nigga was like, oh man, Carl can't be that funny. Like,
he didn't even know who she was texting. Yeah, dude, he snapped out of it. I'm telling you, Lawrence has been in a trance. He was in a trance that season until that point.
Yeah.
He just like, oh, wait a minute, you ain't gonna play me.
Yeah, and then so after everything goes down, end of the season, Issa's moving out. And she ends up moving in with Daniel.
So before that. The argument, you can't tell me that argument wasn't crazy, bro. The argument after the dinner?
That argument, they were both right.
They were both like all right. It's like they hit each other with like these you can't take that back kind of shots.
But
to me, in my eyes,
no, because you're right. But at the same time, the deeper they were cutting, the more they were revealing how they felt about each other.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's like with that, remember I said some certain situations when somebody say something, it's like, no, you can't take that back. Like you meant that.
Yeah.
But in that situation with him and her, it's like they both trying to strike you. I'm trying to strike you. I'm trying to cut you as deep as I can before I leave you because I care that much about you. So it's like how hard I damn near, if your mama just died, I'd be like, yeah, and your mama wasn't shit before she left. It's like I'm trying to hurt you. I'm trying to hurt you way more than you hurt me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So it's like even with everything they were saying, if I was Lawrence, I couldn't take nothing she said personal. I'm taking it personal for this moment. No, hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hear what I'm saying. For this moment, everything you're saying is personal shots, but I know why you're doing it. So it's what I'm saying is when I say don't take it personal, this is for this moment. After we separate from here, whoever wins, the person that says the last thing won. So it's like I'm not even gonna remember everything you said in this moment. Because in this moment, I could tell we just going at it. We're trying to hurt you. You're trying to do everything you can to hurt me right now, like I'm trying to do to you.
Yeah. That's
they were saying some crazy shit.
Dude, it's funny because it's like him even calling her a hoe wasn't that hit it off of me. That was just like, I feel like you can get over that, right? He called her a hoe because she cheated. That's just like something that you say when somebody do something like that, like infidelity, like you a hoe. But when he called her a nigga, I knew where that came from. I felt that before because he was like, man, you still got this dude pictures on your thing. That's why I blocked you.
He said, nigga, I don't care who posted.
He was like, nigga, I don't care. When he called her a nigga, that hit home. I was just like, whoa.
He's hurt. His feelings is hurt, man.
He didn't know he was talking to no more. He was talking to her like
he knew exactly. He was talking
to her like a nigga.
It's like she hurt him so deeply, he wishes he could punch her.
Yeah.
Like he wishes they could have squared up and the world didn't judge him for beating the shit out of her because he was cut deep. He's hurt.
Yeah, you call your girl a nigga. That's different. That's like, I don't feel like he lost like all respect for her, but at that point, I feel like he was just seeing red. You know what I mean? He was just like, yo, I want to hurt you, but I can't hurt you. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I'm going to say, just like you said, I'm going to say whatever to cut deep. She cut pretty deep with, talking about his business. You know what I mean?
Man, hey.
And calling him depressed. Like I sat here and dealt with your depressed ass.
Man, and she said, because he said, yeah, your little producer nigga, he ain't doing that. She said, well, what about Woot Woot? I ain't got no Woot Woots. What I'm saying is they was attacking each other's soul. That's how that's deep love. It's like you saying, I want to hurt you so bad right now because I'm fucked up over you.
As a creative, bro, those kind of things hurt the most. If somebody talk about what you got going on, like just imagine, you break it up with somebody with just like, what's up with y'all little podcast? Y'all still got this little me? y'all ain't monetized yet?
So it's just funny because her saying that was the equivalent. Bitch, we got shirts coming out right now. Don't ever.
We got 300 subscribers almost. Like, nigga, y'all still doing that little podcast or whatever? Just like,
but it's like there's no other way she could have hurt him to equal him calling her a hoe other than to attack him on that level.
Right.
This nigga's heart and soul is this fucking app.
Yeah.
Other than you, the only other thing she could have said that could have crushed him, but it would have been a lie, and she knew she couldn't come back from it if she was just like, yeah, I was a hoe. I've been fucking him this whole time I've been with you. That's a lie, but that would push it past the limit. So she couldn't say no shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, how else do I hurt this nigga but by attacking his pride? His pride was when she was taking care of him and he was working on Woot Woot. She said, I ain't got no fucking, where's the Woot Woot? I ain't got no Woot Woot.
I ain't got no Woot Woots on my phone. And nigga was like, nigga, heartfelt fell to the ground. I think if she'd have just said that, she would have been all right. But then she followed it. She was like, "Was it worth all of that time I spent supporting your depressed ass?" She followed that up. She followed the woot woot up with depressed ass, and he was just like, "Man, probably as long as it took for you to like, how long you was a hoe or something like that." He said, "Oh yeah." She still have the deepest cut. I feel like in my eyes.
No, I feel like it was a fair match, but no, it was a fair match up until that girl walked out the restaurant and that nigga grabbed her hand and walked off.
Yeah, that was fire.
That's where he won. You said that was fire?
Yeah, that was fire. I think that's fire because it was perfect timing. You know what I mean? It's just like, you here alone, I'm leaving with, you know.
That's where he won.
Yeah.
Because he didn't even have to say that. He just grabbed her hand. That's where the game was over.
Yeah. I'd have kissed her and kept on walking.
Nah, I wouldn't have did that.
I'd have kissed her. I'd have been just like, come on, baby. Mwah.
Nah,
hell up out of here.
You'd have kissed her. She would have took off.
Let's get away from this whole business. And like, you know how it is. Like when you upset, pettiness come out, bro. Like it get ignorant when you hurt. It get ignorant, bro. I'm telling you,
no, it definitely does. But I'm like, there's limits to. If he would have did anything other than grab that girl hand and walked off, Issa would have died on her. It'd have been a fight right there.
Come on, baby, get out of here. Let's go to our car. She trying to catch an Uber out here. This is the Uber. This is where the Ubers pick you up at. Let's go to our garage. You still ain't got no car.
Nah,
You still up in the Doonies? Hell. Oh man.
But that argument was like I said, it's just funny because it was venomous, but it was very heartbroken at the same time. They was both crushed inside.
Oh, absolutely. They both like dude was in the car, like Lawrence was in the car ride with a girl. She was like, "Are you all right?" His whole face was turned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Issa went back to the crib. She had towed the whole crib up. She just went. she went Hulk on the crib. she went ham.
That's what women do too. Women destroy shit. Men, we kind of get mad. I don't think we're destructive like that. I haven't.
I guess it depends.
I'm not
because there's some dangerous ass.
Yeah, I was about to say because
there's some dangerous niggas out there pull up on your ass with a gun. Shoot your whole.
I ain't talking about that. I'm saying to blow off the after the argument. Yeah. After the argument, women will go destroy some shit.
Yeah.
I think dudes, we kind of I don't want to say dudes. Me, after the argument, I just need moments. I do the walk off, like just leave me alone.
Yeah, I would have probably tried to have sex with a partner that night just to make me feel better. He probably wouldn't have, but I would have just did it just out of spite. I'd be like, man, I'm about to have sex tonight. That's just me though, not all men.
Yeah, okay. Because I was about to say, I feel like me personally, when I say leave me alone, I wouldn't even want her to say nothing to me. I wouldn't want a partner to say nothing to me because I don't want to talk about it right now. You're gonna want to be like, is everything all right? Like, don't ask me that right now. I don't want to say nothing to nobody right now. Like, right. just let me be. Like, I'm gonna drop you off and I'm just gonna go somewhere. Just I need to be alone, but right now.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah,
that's my reaction to it because I don't like getting in the shit. So my reaction is like, let me just go sit down somewhere.
It's all case by case because I feel like if I was really hurt, I might not have done anything. I probably would have went home. I'd have dropped the old girl off and been hurt at home. Play the video game.
Yeah.
So I guess it's case by case. It depends on the person that I'm with and who I'm really mad at or what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
like you won, but you still heartbroken in the mo.
Yeah. It's like I'm not a robot. You know what I mean? I got some feelings in there somewhere. So you just never know. Whoever it was, that's how you gonna react.
It's funny because it lets you know he's in love with her for the fact that he sat out there and did that back and forth. If he didn't care about it, he wouldn't give a shit. Hey, nah, whatever. You the past now. He would
have laughed at her.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck about nothing you're talking about. But
right?
The fact that he went at it with her, it's like, oh no, them feelings are still there.
Yeah, and it's funny. The season ending before she moves in with Daniel, like they have that conversation, and she has a vision that he proposed and they got married.
Yeah,
had kids, and I knew it was fake when I first saw it. I was just like, this ain't real. It's too perfect. You know what I mean? It's too perfect. And I know all the women probably clapped, and some people had oh my God, they ended up together. And it was just like a vision that she had. But he still said what he said. I feel like they apologized to one another. They said, I was wrong in this moment. You was wrong in that moment. But he still was just like, bye, Issa. You know what I mean? Like, what's said was said. What's done is done. You know what I mean? For now. And
for now,
he dipped and she went to sleep on Daniel's couch.
Nigga gotta die, man. That's the only way.
Yeah, couch surfing is crazy.
No, you at his apartment is crazy.
Yeah,
this is the source. This is the source of everything. Is where you going right now.
Yeah, that's wrong. So hey, if she didn't have the money, nobody else was probably gonna let her stay there, or that's where she felt that she could stay. That she ain't got to really pay nobody. She can pay somebody in some sex, because I felt like they didn't have the third season. She didn't have no sex.
You caught it.
Yeah,
you caught it. She paid him in sex.
Yeah, that's it. So
that's definitely it. It ain't no ties between them except the sex. So it's like it. But she still got feelings for him. But in this moment, sex is enough for him to sleep on my couch. You can't go with your best friend because you don't want to kill that bitch after.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, your brother ain't having your ass.
Exactly. He'd be like, man, hurry up.
That nigga called us, bitch, your 10 minutes been up.
Exactly. Her and Molly's relationship is always so like up and down. So it's hard to even, they best friends, but it's like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I get having disagreements and, you guys go back and forth sometimes, but I couldn't have a friend that we always like kind of stabbing each other with these daggers, and then we cool again the next day. I would always feel like there was something there. Like, man, this person don't really fuck with me like that.
Sometimes you got to be that cutthroat friend to say some shit that's gonna hurt somebody's feelings.
Understood.
You kind of have to, because you need that honesty.
I understand to keep your friends accountable, and to say something like, say if your friend did some fuck shit and you told him about it, cool. But you ain't gonna be taking like personal jabs at me all day. Like I'm not gonna. It's not gonna work. Like I'm just talking about me as a friend. I need you there. I don't need you there to be, reminding me of like some fuck shit that I did all the time. You know what I mean? I feel like they're
don't pass no judgments.
Yeah, like they're always going at it. Like, you did this, well, I did that. I was like, damn, like how you feel for real?
Well, also, I think as dudes, we don't pour emotions like that. Women, I think it's easier for women to speak from emotions than it is for men. So it's like it might be a problem between me and my partner, and I'm not gonna say it because it's kind of like we do a lot of that ain't my business. It's like you see your partner fucking up, you don't want to say nothing because as a man, we don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
I'll wait for the moment for it, but I feel like with their relationship, it's like I'm gonna say what I want to at all times because we speak from emotions.
Right, you got to be doing something overboard, like yo, Brian, I'm about to rob a bank. I'm gonna be on your head, like yo, like really?
Yeah.
I like you got some kids, bro. You got a wife, man. Like relax. You're doing too much. Like, I think that's stupid. I'm gonna be on your head when it comes to that.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's how you would say it. If it was Molly and Issa, Molly would be like, "Bitch, is you fucking dumb? Bitch, you got all of this shit out. You got kids out here. Don't be no stupid ass bitch." You see the energy behind it. You wouldn't be like, "Nigga, you fucking stupid. What the fuck is wrong with you?" So I'm like, "Nigga, who you talking to? Right? I'm about to come rob your punk ass. Don't ever get at me like that, nigga. You log off, nigga. I'm outside, nigga." Ever talk to me like that, nigga? What the fuck wrong with you?
I'm outside of your house right now. Oh man,
it's the difference in energy. It's the way we talk. So I feel like women speak freely in that way, a more free way, and it's like the better friend is the one that's gonna tell you how they really feel.
Yeah, that's true. I learned that the hard way. Yeah.
You don't want the friend that's gonna be like, "Yeah, man, that's what's up." Then behind your back, man, this nigga, man, this nigga's an idiot.
I was more of when I say it's like recently, I was more of the friend that's just like, do what you do, but don't tell me what to do kind of friend. You know what I mean? Like I'll stop you from doing crazy stuff, but if it's like, if you decide to do this with your life, hey, if you tell me you're gonna buy a monkey tomorrow, all right, cool, man. What you gonna name it? You know what I mean? Like that's your business, bro. Like I don't care. As long as you're not harming yourself, man, like I'm cool. But that's also like you got to keep your friends accountable. And I learned that recently. Like you got to keep them accountable in a lot of different ways, but like don't overstep. But you know, like you can say something. Don't let everything slide because it's like it's gonna bite you.
That's I'm more so of if you ask me something, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you bring me in your situation, I'm gonna give you my opinion on it, and that's it. But I'm not gonna. If you telling me, I don't know. It's like I just distance myself.
Right. If it includes you, I don't feel like you're the type of person that lets something slide. Like if it's like if you in it and it's just like you ain't gonna let it slide. Like nah, yo, you know, I don't think that's a good idea. You gonna say
and I'm not gonna beat around it. If you ask for something, like no, definitely, nigga, that's stupid.
Yeah,
it's like but it's all in on how I feel. You're gonna do what you want to do. I can't force you to do nothing. Yeah. But it's like even in that, if I told you something, if I'm like, hey, if you do this, you know this is gonna happen. And you agree with me in the conversation, and then you go do it anyway. Don't come back to me and talk to me, nigga. I don't want to. Mm-hmm. I don't want to talk to you afterwards because it's like you agreed when I said it. It's different if you disagree with me, and then I'm like, all right, you're gonna learn.
Right.
But if I'm like, if I said it, oh yeah, you're right. I ain't gonna do that. Then you go do it,
mm-hmm.
and then you come back to me like, yeah, because I know you went through this. So what do I do now, nigga? Shut the fuck up now. Go deal with it. Now that's on your stupid ass. You put yourself out there.
I already told you now.
I told you. No, when you asked me, I told you. You did it anyway. So fuck.
Yeah.
You ain't my son. I'm not accountable for you. If it was my son, it's different.
Absolutely different. Totally different situation. Yeah. So
hey,
I get what you're saying for sure. It's rough, man. It's rough out here. You know what I mean?
It's a rough real world that everybody ain't ready for it.
It ain't, and we ain't always doing stuff right. Like we might think that we're doing it right, but it's like you doing what you can. You doing what make you feel good. You doing what's convenient for you some of the times, and shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you think I'm wrong and I get approached on that, I know how to take it. You know what I mean? Like if I said something, like if we was on here and I said something somebody did disagree with and they dropped a comment about it, I'm like, that's what's up. I'll probably change my ways. I'll probably awaken my horizons and stop judging everybody as a whole and just start speaking situationally, like not justifying everybody by what I thought or what I knew. And I just start. I would treat women like they're human beings and not like I can read all of their minds as a whole. You know what I mean? I'm just saying what I would do.
If I could take the word out of my vocabulary, when I be like all or every or most, I would take those words out because people would be just like, no, you're wrong.
Hey, literally, when you say because when you do it, because like I said, I know that you don't mean like that, but whatever you say it in my mind, I'm like, why do you keep setting this up?
I try to stop myself. Trust me, I'm aware of it, right? But when you're talking, sometimes stuff just spill. You know what I mean? You just boom, 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 boom. You hoping somebody get what you're saying, but it's just like, no, I heard what you said, brother. You know, I ain't getting nothing. You know what I mean? So I'll take somebody's situation, like, you know what I mean? I'll hear your situation. I'll be just like, I know you don't mean all because you don't know all people. That don't make sense.
Right. It's not possible for you to know all.
But some people be just like, hold on, brother. You ain't talking about me because I agree with Lamar.
The slavery hands? That's what
I agree with Lamar's. It was funny because it's like we're talking and laughing about this because it's not just a one-time thing. It's just like somebody was like, man, I'm cool with Lamar, but I'm gonna punch Brian in the nose. I'm like, I do, man. What I do, man? What I do? You know what I mean? I'm just out here giving my little, you know, honest opinion. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? It's my opinion. My opinion is my opinion.
That shit is hilarious, though, man. Yeah, hilarious.
It's funny, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like it don't irritate me sometimes. I'm just like, I mean, like what? Like, especially when I know somebody didn't listen to the full thing. I was just like, what are you talking about? You know what it is too? We don't get that many comments yet, so it's just like
we don't.
Like, yeah, Lamar though. I'm just like, All right, cool, man. Do y'all think?
That's hilarious, man. Anyways, season 3 coming up next. I got time. I can watch it this week too.
Yeah.
Season 3 recap coming soon. Drop your comments. Like, share, subscribe, talk to us. We talk back. We everywhere if you there.
And the comments section from last week was broken pussy. That's what your girl Bree said. Welcome back.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back, your girl Bree. Where the hell you been at? It's Brian. Was it Brian? You left because of Brian comments? She's like, I can't take this shit.
Don't forget about the other brother called me out. He was just like, "Hey, I ain't like what you said in that one episode about
which one?
Africa.
Oh, the African dude.
Oh, like, that's not even what I meant. But
yeah, hey, he's like that nigga. He told everybody in Africa, hey, don't mess with dude.
Yeah, I can't pull up for some stuff that I ain't really say. But hey, I'm always if I offended you, I apologize. But that's about it.
He apologized for the offense, but don't talk stupid.
Yeah, don't do that.
Then you won't like Lamar or Brian. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh man, I'm so with it.
The preparation is crazy. But anyway, season 3 coming soon.
We out.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.